Here's a trickier question. Now this is one with a lot of words, and we've got to find an equation that fits all the words, and I like to do these using a graph. That's the way I always do these. So here's my graph. It's going to go with it. Now, reading the words, this is a buoy, which is a float in the water, and it goes up and down depending on whether the tide's going in or out, so the height varies over time. But it doesn't tell you where it is at the start of this. So because of that, you can actually there'll be several correct solutions here. The one I'm going to do is here. I'm going to start off. I'll use a red pen. I'm going to start off here because that means it's right in the middle, and from there it'll go up and it'll go down, and it'll go up, and I'll find the equation of this. But this will not be the only solution. I'll do another one in a second. Okay, how far does it go up? Well, it says it goes 1.5 meters from its high point to its low point. So from there to there, the top to the bottom is 1.5. So halfway, that's the amplitude there, will be 0.75. So that's that'll give us the amplitude is 0.75. It also tells us returns to the high point every 10 seconds. So that means it's 10 seconds is how long it takes to repeat itself. That means the period of this is 10 seconds. And from that I can find halfway to that is 5 because of the symmetry, and halfway again of that is 2.5. And I think I've now got everything I need to write the equation for that. And this will be y equals, A is the amplitude, which is 0.75. It's cosine. Oh, I don't know what n is. N is 2 pi over the period, which is 2 pi over 10, because they tell us it's the 10, so that's pi on 5. Pi on 5 into x minus. Now we've had a translation right of a cosine curve. Remember, a cosine curve, it's this point that we have to consider the maximum where it goes left or right for the sideways translation. And in this case, it's ended up here, and that's 2.5 across 5. And the plus c, well, there's no plus c because my middle line is still along the middle because of where I chose to start it. So that will be my solution. Remembering that this horizontal translation can also be called the phase shift. That's only one possible solution. Let me do you another one. Because if you had thought that maybe the curve looks like this, because it's a cosine thing, and it starts off at its highest point. I'm just giving you two because the question didn't tell you where the buoy was to start with. So here's another possible solution. In that case, we've still got 0.75 there. That wasn't very pretty. Let's make that go away and try that again. 0.75 there to that point. The period is still 10. The amplitude is the same. There's just been no translation, so this equation would be y equals 0.75 cosine pi on 5. The period's the same, and we've just got x, and there's no sideways translation. That's an alternative. They would both be correct in this particular thing because they haven't told us where we start. Okay, that's that question.